Hello and welcome back to another episode of Fallout 4. This is going to be a quick one. So this is early in the game. In case you're watching this video without seeing the other ones. And all I've done is return to Sanctuary after coming out of the vault. And I've scrapped everything I could at Sanctuary, except a few items that I've left around. In addition to scrapping, I also went into my junk in the workbench. I took all of it out. And I dumped the items onto this pad right here. And then I scrapped all of the items that I'd had. So everything on my workbench is now broken down into raw components. So acid, adhesive, aluminum, antiseptic. There's no glass bottles because glass bottles have all been broken down into glass, etc., etc. So I just have raw materials for junk in my workbench now. Now, I'm very low level right now. I'm actually still level 1. I want to level up, and I'm going to show you how you can level up quickly by making Molotov cocktails. Now if we go to our chemistry station, Molotov cocktails are under grenades, right? And we need adhesive, cloth, glass, and oil. Well, we don't have much adhesive, right? Hold on. I gotta put some clothes on. I didn't realize. In doing all of that, I took my Vault-Tec suit off. Okay, alright, so we'll put that on. Actually, I think we'll put our Vault-Tec lab coat on because it increases our intelligence. It may give us more experience. I can't remember if it does or not. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So, we're going to make Molotov cocktails. But before that, we want to increase the amount of adhesive, cloth, glass, and oil we have. And we're not talking about a small increase. We're actually going to make it in the thousands. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go into our workshop. We're going to grab our junk, right? We're going to grab adhesive, cloth, glass, what was the other one? Adhesive, cloth, glass, oil. That's right, sorry. Alright, now, we're going to drop that on the ground right here. So, adhesive, cloth, glass, oil. Alright. Now, this works on the PlayStation 5. I don't know if it works on any other console. When we go into our build menu, we're in construction mode, right? If we look at an item, the square button scraps it, the circle button stores it. So if we hit the square button, it just goes to scrap. If we hit the circle button, it goes to store. But if you hit the square button and then almost immediately hit the if you hit the scrap button, the square, and then the circle button for store immediately and keep holding down the store button, it works like this. Nope, try it again. There you go. Now I'm holding down the circle button still. You see those two squares? It's kind of like one for scrap, and then behind it is store. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and exit this so I can show it again. I do square circle real rapidly and hold down the circle button once I get those two squares up. Now, while I'm holding down the circle button, I'm going to hit the X button to scrap and then the X button to store. What that has done is it's actually created 2 copies of it. So I've just doubled the amount of whatever material that was. Like this is glass, for instance. Again, we're going to do square circle. Try it again. Square circle. There we go. And that's 91 glass. We're going to scrap, store, item stored in workbench. Cloth, 214 cloth, adhesive, and it may take several tries before you get both of those boxes to come up. But eventually you're going to get the timing down so you get both the boxes so you can scrap and store. Now if we exit build mode and go to the workbench, we see we have 12 adhesive now. So adhesive, cloth, glass, oil. Now we're going to do it all over again. Now the thing is, as you do this, when you go drop it, it increases the number of items that you've dropped. So now we have twice as many items on the ground. Alright, we don't need that out. Hold on. Alright. And we go through this again. Square circle. Scrap, store. Square circle. Scrap, store. Now remember, you're holding down the circle button after you hit it. So I use two fingers. I have an index finger on the square button. I have the middle finger on the circle button. And eventually you're going to develop a rhythm so that it's easier for you to do it every time. And now we'll go into the workbench. Adhesive. Now we've got 24. Cloth. Glass. Oil. Nope, wrong button. Cloth, glass, oil. So now we've got 3 of each. Now eventually you're going to have a lot. You'll have like 5 or 6 of each of them on the ground, and that's just too much of a pain. So what you can do is, when you want to clean up a little bit, just scrap it. Scrap, 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 scrap. And the next time you pull it out, adhesive, cloth, glass, oil. It didn't increase the number, but what it did is it grouped it together. So now there's only 4 items again. So again, square circle, whoops, build mode, square circle, and so we're going to keep doing that. Until we got a whole bunch of them. Now, adhesive, cloth. We're already up to 3,000 something cloth. Glass, 1456. Oil. Got plenty of that. And this is going to work for any of your building materials. Anything in that junk menu, you can drop it, and you can scrap and store it at the same time. And once you've got a bunch of it, then we're going to go into our Molotov cocktails. Now, I'm not going to waste a lot of these materials because I really need to build them up. I want like, it takes like 1 piece of cloth, 2 adhesives, 2 glass, and 4 oils. So obviously you're going to need 4 times as much oil as you do cloth when you start out. But I'm going to get like 40,000 oil, 10,000 cloth, and 20,000 adhesive and glass, and then start making Molotov cocktails. Because every time you make a Molotov cocktail, you get experience for it. And as you keep doing it, you're going to level up. So that's how you're going to level up as much as you want. You can just keep on building Molotov cocktails, and as your supplies get low, if you start running out of adhesive or cloth, stop, pull the cloth out of your workbench, and replicate some more. So it's a nice little hack on number 1, how to get as much supplies as you want, and number 2, how to level up as quick as you want. Each time you level up, you're going to get to go into your Pip-Boy menu, hit the triangle button to level up, and you're going to get to pick a perk. And we'll go through some of the perks a little bit later, and I'll show you which ones that I pick in order to kind of optimize my character so that they've got the best chance of surviving and fighting. So that's it for this brief episode. I'm going to spend some time replicating items as much as I can. Almost every raw item in my workbench I'm going to want to replicate, so I have a few thousand of them, which is going to make it easy for me to build bases later. And it won't take me long to do it. There's really not that many raw ingredients. And then when I'm done with that, I'm going to make a ton of Molotov cocktails and get leveled up. And we're going to do that before we even start adventuring outside of Sanctuary. So when I start my next episode, I should be quite a few levels higher. And I'll have a few thousand Molotov cocktails to sell at the vendors, make a little bit of caps. So we will catch you next time on the next episode. You guys have a good one.